Hey everybody out there, this is JD Olson and I'm here with my man Garrett. We're going to bring you guys the guard lock flow from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program and the Total Fighting Concepts program. You guys know where you're at. You're here at the Martial Art Limited Association YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for checking us out. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back and watching another video with us. All right, well, I am JD Olson. As I said, I'm here at my gym, Keishidojo. We're in what we call room 2, and we're going to go ahead and bring you guys this video right now. Sensei Garrett is in my guard. So we're here, and again, remember, always start with closed guard first, okay? If you're not sure of what to do in a fight, lock your feet until you have a game plan. Once you have a plan, you can open your feet up then. So what I'm going to show is I'm going to show you each piece individually and then how we link them together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swim one arm underneath, come on the inside of his arm, reach over, grab his wrist, and I'm going to bring both arms together. And I'm trying to line his arm up with the lapel on my gi. From here, foot goes to the mat or to their hip. Either one of those is acceptable. It's going to be a matter of how you play the game or how you train. Okay? So I'm going to do it both ways so you guys can see it in action both ways. So my foot's on his hip. My knee is pinching up against his arm. I want to make sure I have that control. From here, I'm going to simply rotate my body where I'm off the line. My hand's going to push his head away. My other leg comes over. I take the crocodile bite. I'm holding onto his arm. I raise my hips up, and there's the tap. Okay? So that is your standard arm bar. Come underneath, reach, pull this up. It's right here on my chest. This time, I'm going to put my foot right here on the floor. But again, my knee is still pinching his body, and I rotate. Again, I'm going to mush the head away, and I'm going to have that bite, that crocodile bite, and I'm going to raise my hips up. Okay? One more time each side. Come underneath, pull this up. If you want to hold on to the tricep material, that's totally fine. I'm totally cool with that. And then you're here like this, making that a little bit more difficult for him to pull his arm back. And then again, once I put this knee here, it should be more difficult for him to pull his arm back. And then as I pivot, this leg comes up on his back. This leg comes around. I take that bite, and then I raise my hips. And then finally, I come over here, pivot, leg over, and there's your last arm bar. Notice my hands are separate. They're not together. My knees are pinching together to keep them nice and tight. So I'm all pinched up, all closed up. All right, our second technique is what we call the triangle choke. And you can set this up multiple ways, and we're going to set it up 2 different ways so you guys can have some fun with it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hand in, one hand on his bicep, and I have one hand on his tricep. And what I want to do is I want to push them the same way. Okay? So here I am, and I'm going to push them the same way. In the process of doing that, I push and get my leg across. And I take that bite, and now I got the choke. Okay? If you can't finish it here for whatever reason, come behind the leg. So, again, one hand on the bicep, one hand on the tricep. I push and I pull. So I'm going to pull this one as I push that one. As I do that, I throw my leg around his neck, or his shoulder, to drape it on his neck. From there, as I go here, my foot can go to the floor or to their hip again, and I'm going to pivot my body to get this elbow on this side. I want his elbow past my belly button. Right now, his elbow's still kind of on my hip, so I might actually elevate a little bit for a split second. Now, again, this crocodile bite is super important. Then, leg comes over. Remember, active toes. And he's tapping. The second version of this move, I'm going to go ahead and do the armbar, and he's going to clear his arm. He's going to pull his arm out. Okay? So, swim underneath, grab a hold of the arm, foot on the hip if you want, pivot. As I'm here, he's going to take this hand, he's going to grab my lapel, he's going to use that thumb in, He's gonna push down on my windpipe to rip his arm out. That's what's keeping me from following him. So this is now already on that far side of my neck, okay? It's already on this collar, so check this out. I'm just gonna kind of I'm just gonna kind of hold it right here so he doesn't move it. Foot on the hip, leg comes around, and there it is. It followed across, and there's the triangle. So armbar to triangle. And those are your first two pieces of your guard lock flow, okay? The second half, we're gonna jump into now, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and swim one arm to the inside, and I'm gonna push his wrist away a little bit. Second one, is gonna come on the inside. I'm gonna clear, sit up, figure 4 grip, lay back down, keeping his elbow close to my chest, and there's the submission. So other side, come on the inside, push it to where he can't grab my belt or anything like that, and so I keep that at bay. This hand clears, release my feet, makes it easier for me to sit up, figure 4 grip, and then again, as I said before, as I lay back, this foot's either going to hook inside his leg or follow his back. And I want his hand nice and high up on my chest. And now, just rotate. Do it again. Swim to the inside, clear, come up and over, and that's the move. Now, how do we link that with the previous thing? All right, well, if I do the triangle choke, so again, I'm here, okay, but for whatever reason, I can't lock it in tight, okay? He's gonna push this arm across, and see what I have right there? He's pushing across, so he's got more space, okay? He's gonna dive his other hand in, he crashes through. That's where the hand hits the mat. I sit up, and I follow him back. Boom. Okay. So, again, looking at just the triangle to the Kimura. Okay, triangle to the Kimura lock. So, how you set it up is up to you. Again, we just talked about holding tricep, holding bicep. I push it through. I get myself over like this. As I'm locking, notice the elbow is already kind of on that side, so I messed up. He dives through. In the process of diving through, I grab a wrist, I sit up, figure 4 grip, and I get the submission. When I'm working this submission now, if I forget to bring it far away from his body, let's just say he grabs my belt. Well, now I'm not going to be able to finish it. So I abandon it, I go around the head, got his neck, figure 4 my hands, and I get the choke. Okay, so I have the wrist, I come in here, I sit up, but he brings his arm in, so I lose control. Hand loosens, comes around, make a fist underneath his jaw, grab your own fist, and squeeze. All right, now we're gonna put it all together. So, swim one arm in, pull this across, foot wherever, pivot, go for the arm bar. He clears his arm. I lose control, I'm holding on to it, I pivot myself the entire other way first, and I'm going for this. Something goes wrong, he clears, drives through. I grab, I sit up, and then he grabs the waist. So then I release the arm, I go for the guillotine choke. Okay? You can do this multiple ways. You can do where you get the tap every time, or you can do it where you just kind of flow from one to the other. And I think you should train them both to understand, like, hey, I got the tap, I did get the tap. So, one more time. Swim underneath, grab, pull this across. Foot on the hip, pivot, lift his head away. I'm trying to get the tap this time. Okay, tap, now I let it come out. From there, I'm holding on, bring my leg around, and pivot my body the other way. Figure 4 grip, squeeze, watch them turn red. Crashes through, sit up, grab the arm. This time, get the submission. And just simply reset. And now grab. I go around the head, feed my hand in, and get the guillotine choke. That is your guard lock flow. That's all 4 submissions from the closed guard. Should be able to transition pretty smoothly from one to the other. So if I'm here, and it's a fun game that we can play where as soon as I go like this, we should already be doing this next piece. And so I'm just trying to capitalize on this thing the whole time. Kind of the ultimate idea. Well, perfect. There you have what we call the guard lock flow. Again, 4 core submissions, the armbar from the guard, the triangle choke from the guard, the Kimura Lock from the guard, and then finally the guillotine choke from the guard. All of these can be done gi or no gi, so you don't have to worry about having a gi. Just sometimes the gi is nice to have for certain moves, but the guillotine choke is a little bit easier no gi in my opinion, so it's whatever. But you guys made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. You guys know what to do. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and then finally hit that bell icon so you know next video is coming out from all of us here at the Martial Art Limited Association and my handsome self from Keishidojo Martial Arts Unleashed, or even maybe Mr. Garrett, you know, whatever. And then finally, if you haven't already done so, do me a favor, put a comment in of maybe what your favorite submission is from the closed guard. I'd be kind of curious to see what you guys have to say. You guys stay safe. This is JD, and I'm out.